All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and review this tackling video. This has like 4.5 million views. This has a grip of views. It has a lot of people that have watched this. Probably most likely for entertainment purposes, but it also serves as an kind of an instructional video to a lot of younger football players. These videos, I'm going to review a few of them, but I'm going to probably split them up and just go individual videos one at a time because there's a few of these that's got just a grip of views. And they're all high school and youth, and that's really what I'm going to be reviewing. There's really no hitting videos at the pros. They don't really hit at all, and there's very limited ones for college. I'll probably do a college one in another separate video. But these main ones consist of these main videos of hitting drills, tackling drills, Oklahoma drills, full padded are in high school and youth football. So that's what I'm going to be reviewing, and it's going to be very applicable to probably the main demographic of people watching these videos, which are younger kids, probably first time, getting into football, first time playing pads, transitioning from flag, just all sorts of kids watching it. But I haven't came across a review video yet, so I wanted to be the first one to really go ahead and break this down, and I think it would be helpful. I hope it'll be helpful for those watching. I'm going to be very critical too. Again, this is my opinion. That's the disclaimer. So anyone that is irritated or is critical of my opinion or commentary when it comes to commenting and going over what I have to say, responding to these videos, you're free to say whatever you want. This is just what I think. This is my thoughts. And it's kind of reflective of my background and my experience. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Again, this is high school. This looks like high school. I mean, judging by some of the kids and their size, maybe freshman or JV. This doesn't really look like varsity. This could be 7th, 8th grade, 12, 13-year-old youth. So I'm not sure, but just looking at the size of the kids, of the players, and kind of the background where they're at. Here, go ahead and follow my cursor with everything that I'm gonna kind of critique and highlight. With all these buildings here and the sides and everything, I'm assuming this is a high school. So let's kind of get right into it. Okay, so when it comes to tackling, my two main points and what I coach and what I teach personally is that you need to see what you're hitting, right? Meaning keeping your head up, sinking your hips low so you're not standing too tall, so you're not just getting chest, and it's more so shoulder launching into the player running the ball. But you need to drive your feet. So that's the second part, is the foot drive, running through the player. And actually there's a third component that I didn't add, but the third most important point, the trifecta, is wrapping up. And you hear all the coaches yell it all the time: wrap up, don't just hit him, wrap it, wrap. You hear that a million times, but they're right. I wish that coaches would go in a little bit more depth with what they mean by that, but this is it is very true in just the general concept of wrapping the player up. So it stops them in their tracks, A, and B, it'll slow them down. At least if it's a bigger person running the ball and the person tackling doesn't get them down initially, then that's why you have 10 other guys on your team and on your side that will help finish the play and make a gang tackle. You know what I mean? So right here, this is a pretty good hit right here. Good contact. And then what I'll critique is that the player tackling, the guy with the hood, didn't drive his feet. Look at how his feet just stopped. Right here, contact, boom. Feet just died. And also he rolls to the ground. He wrapped up, so he was able to get the person running the ball to the ground. So that's that. But what I see too much, and this happens with offensive people running the ball too, when you make contact, whether you're hitting or getting hit, you don't have to get to the ground immediately. Like, you don't have to fall just because you got hit. I would want coaches, mainly on the offensive side of the ball, especially with wide receivers, to stay on your feet. Just because you catch the ball, for example, and you're getting hit, you don't have to just fall. Stay up. Try and get more yards. Stay on your feet. You'll be surprised that the guys tackling, like in this example, they just kind of fall. It's kind of like a natural reaction, I guess. You'll hit, and then they'll just like go to the ground. As an offensive player, it's like, if that's happening, I'm going to stay on my feet, especially if it's a corner or a safety or someone on the perimeter. If it's not a hard hitting like strong safety, someone on the perimeter trying to tackle me, I can stay on my feet and get extra yards. So that's that. Okay, next clip. In my opinion, and you'll see this throughout the whole video, because I've checked this video out recently, the whole video. They have, and this is on the coaches too. So here's me being critical against the coaches. You take the damn lineman out of the drill, please. There's no point on why they're running the ball too, which is even more ridiculous. But why are you having them run from this distance trying to make a tackle? It's a wasted rep. It's just a waste. I get it. If this is 6th, 7th grade, and this is the player's first or second year trying to tackle, they need to get used to it. Great. You know, you don't know what their body's going to grow into. They might be a linebacker, running back, and they're a little bit big now. Sure, I get that. But at this point where everyone's bodies are forming into what they'll probably be later on when they're juniors, seniors, or if they play at a higher level, you'll know what they're going to play. And there shouldn't be linemen and bigger guys trying to do these tackling drills. Like, look at this right here, right? This kid with the long hair, why is he running around the bend like this? Doesn't make any sense. The one on the right here, see the cursor highlighting. There's no point where he should be doing this. It's very rare in a sequence of a play throughout the course of a game, throughout the course of a season, that a defensive lineman will ever have to run out in the open field and make a tackle like this. It's just not going to happen. I don't care who you are. They're going to make plays in the interior trying to shed a block. That's why Oklahoma drills might be a little bit more applicable than doing this. So this is on the coaches, in my opinion. Get the damn linemen out of these drills. Get your linebackers and your mid-skilled position players in these drills so you're not wasting a rep like this. He can't even wrap up, and look at him just chihuahuaing, trying to grab that other leg, man. Look at him. Look at him. He's just like, oh, why am I here? I'm on the ground. This little skinny kid can't even get him to the ground. He's not supposed to be in there. That's on you, bro. That's on you, Oregon. Oregon Duck coach. Get your linemen out the drill. Get your fat boys out the drill. Offensive linemen and defensive linemen. And you'll see a clip. There's another one, too, where both of them are just running into each other. At that point, it just turns into a clown show. It just turns into entertainment. And to me, it's a waste of time. But who am I? I'm not the coach. Right here. Look at this. Look at this. It took 5 hours for both of these kids to get over here to make this play. And look at it, man. Look, I'm not out here to fat shame. I'm not out here to be disrespectful. These are kids. These are minors. I'm not out here to be the bad guy. But this is just a waste of time. Big boy right here running the ball is not supposed to be running the ball. Is he a fullback? No. Is he a running back? No. Why is he going to have the ball in his hands in this drill if he's not going to do it in the game? Doesn't make any sense. Is the only thing, and I'm giving people a pass, and look at coach smiling. Look at him. Look at the players' reactions. You can't see because they have their helmets on. They're laughing. They're laughing. Look, maybe I'm like a strict tyrant when it comes to coaching philosophy or what I want to do with the team. Maybe these guys out here just having fun. Maybe trying to have a good time, have fun, have the kids learn. Great. You do that in rec. You do that in a recreational league. High school football, youth football, competitive football is not a place where that type of stuff flies, in my opinion. Yes, you teach the good lessons, you have fun, you instill the morals and the ethics into the kids and knowing how to and teaching them how to play team sports. I get that. But not in the midst of playing and spending time doing these drills where this is unnecessary. Again, if you want to teach them toughness, have them have him learn the toughness through drills that are applicable to what they'll actually be doing. This is not what they're going to be doing. Get these big boys out of the drill. This was probably one of the best tackles of this clip. It's a 1:30 clip. I don't know if everyone went, but this kid coming in, defense right here, came around, got the eyes up. He's flying. He's running through a wall. This kid, right, the running back, the ball carrier already lost. And the defender tackling is probably a little bit more athletic kid, probably has played a little bit more just by how he tackled. But this is just a really good example of the feet just continuing to drive through the tackle. Look, contact. Okay, I think he could have faced him up a little bit better. He has a lot of the right shoulder into it, but he's lower. Pad levels low. Boom. And granted, the kid running the ball probably isn't supposed to be running the ball. Look at how he's carrying the ball right here. He doesn't even have 4 points on the ball, whatever you want to call it. But right here, driving all the way through. Great play, great tackle. I like that. I like that a lot. Bang, drive. Good, down. Perfect. I like it. Okay, this is a good example right here. Next play. Bang, good contact, good body position. I would say okay body position. He's low, but his head's down and his back is compromised, his neck as well, because he's bending at the back. And he's not bending at the waist, and he's hinging at the waist, and he's not really sinking his hips right here. And his head's down, you can't really see what he's hitting. Great contact, didn't wrap, and he just bounced off. Okay, but he was able to recover, and he made the play, and he stopped forward progress, which is good, just by sheer running through. Well, again, I like the contact, but if you don't wrap up, the guy bounces off you. So that's what happens. Good learning clip right there. You have a big kid trying to tackle the skill position player. And like, people are saying, oh man, the guy, the big kid tackling stinks. No, he's just not that. He's not supposed to be doing this. He's not supposed to be in here tackling. Doesn't have the technique, doesn't have the form, wasn't coached it, because the coaches prior to him, unless this is like his first year playing football, didn't instill those traits in him, and he just doesn't know how to tackle. Just everything is wrong, and I'm not trying to beat him down right now. This is a critiquing video. Trying to jump off the ground, trying to wrap him up, trying to bring him down by the neck. It doesn't work. No leverage, no drive, nothing. Get him out the drill, coaches. Come on, stop wasting time. Are we trying to win games, or are we trying to just like have fun and have these guys do extracurricular activity? They have extracurricular activity at YMCA, not in actual sport where you're in a district and you play other games and play other schools. Should be a little bit more serious than that. Okay, not bad. Okay, this looks like a skill position player, or corner, DB maybe, or a receiver, because I'm sure in this drill, they're probably both sides of the ball are doing both, tackling and running. Okay, got to wrap up, got to drive the feet. Again, I think there might be another clip where someone does a really good job of tackling and driving through all the way, but the feet just stop immediately. Coming around. Boom. Good contact. Feet stopped. But then you do the twisting and the turning, and that happens too in blocking drills. And like I said, I'm going to review another drill where it's like just a one-on-one blocking, and I can critique that too. And I think the video that I'm looking to do has tackling included, but you'll notice that the reps in those, and it's kind of jumping ahead here, but the reps in those that don't count is when the blockers twist. This is a twist right here, contact, and then they turn, and you kind of get away with it. In the midst of the moment in a game or in a practice, you got to make a tackle. You make the play no matter what. You don't let them go just because you didn't necessarily do it right. But the twist is just kind of like a last resort reinforcement to just get them on the ground. Not great technique, but it's kind of just get it done. You know what I mean? This was a pretty good tackle. This is obviously, they're outmatched, right? The kid couldn't even get around the corner running the ball. This should have been a rep blown dead, but I don't know. Maybe the coaches, they're running it, so I can't say much to that. The kid has no momentum running the ball right here. He's just got around the corner, and this guy is already full speed, full-fledged, 100%, 100 miles per hour. Just able to run through. Still regardless, good tackle. Everything was good. Got low. He's seeing what he's hitting. This was really, really good with his eyes and his head and everything. Knees bent, hips loaded, triple extension. Boom. Just explodes into him and runs back, and he fumbled. So again, I think that was not a really good matchup. The kid tackling looks a lot bigger, and the one running just stopped, and that was that. Hopefully he's okay. Looks injured, but hey, it's football. One more clip. Let's see. Okay, not bad. This is an example. Let me go to the tackler, and then let me go to the runner, because with the runner, he's gonna kind of bring up something that I mentioned earlier in the video that I want to highlight again. But the tackler right here still stopped his feet. You're kind of jumping into it, and that shows just the lack of experience, is how they kind of jump into it and then just stop right here. They're making contact, but again, you got to tackle a lot, and you have to get used to doing it right in order to be really good at it. So that's what I'll say when it comes to a tackle like this in this example. But contact, couldn't really wrap up, was a little high. Again, he looks like a D lineman, just kind of the way he's moving, but he kind of broad. I'm not sure. Doesn't really have the frame of like a backer, but I'm not sure. So the runner, this is what I was talking about earlier. Stay on your feet. You don't have to just destroy the tackler, but you make your contact. You try and run through them. And again, I know this is a drill where this is just running in a straight line, just trying to, kill each other head on, collision. But stay on your feet, man. You have the ability, because if you stay on your feet right there, boom, and the kid doesn't wrap up properly and his feet don't move. There's other examples in this video where the runner just bounces off the tackler. Stay on your feet, man. You'll be surprised if you really make a conscious effort to try and balance on your feet and still maintain forward progress. You'll see those yards after contact will increase, and it'll be pretty surprising. But you have to make a conscious effort to do that. Bang. Right. So that's that. Making sure your feet driving through contact and having your body in the proper position, getting lower than, obviously you hear that saying 5 trillion times, getting lower than the other man, the one that's running the ball, you'll have an advantage. But making sure you don't just go too low, trying to chihuahua bite at the ankles. That's pretty ineffective unless you slice their feet underneath them, but that's not consistent way to tackle. Wrap up, get low, maintain your base, running through them, okay? And keeping your eyes up, keeping your head through, so you're not putting your head down. You don't want to have a spinal injury. You don't want to injure your neck or your back. Have to keep the head up, run through and see what you're hitting, and you have to wrap up. Always have to wrap up, and then you'll go from there. I'm not a fan of this drill because, again, by the way football is these days, where everything is out into the perimeter and there's a lot more passing and there's not as much downhill running, depending on what offense you're in, you're really not going to get times where you're just going to head on. Like this is not common. So again, I wouldn't practice it. My philosophy is practice what you'll actually be doing in the game and what puts players in the best position possible to optimize their ability in whatever position they're playing. And I'm just not a fan of this. But again, the only benefit of the doubt, the only thing I'll say for why this might be acceptable drill for what these coaches are doing is to just have them get used to the pads and have them just getting used to just tackling. Because all these, you never know, all these kids might not have ever played football before, might have ever put a pair of shoulder pads on or a helmet and strapped it and made contact. They might not have. So this might be something that they have to get used to. I don't know. I don't know the context of it. I'm not there. I don't know these people. So that's that. I do have to add that though, because I can't just be super critical and just say this is dumb. However, there's always a method to the madness. So that's my take onto it. If I were them, I would teach them a little bit more indie drills, and then I'd put them in positions and put them in the right spots, first of all, because we're not just going to have everyone play all sorts of positions in the game, right? We're going to put everyone in specific positions where they're going to fit. So I'd apply that to the tackling drills too. But that's just me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. I'm going to review a lot more other hitting drills, and I hope there's a teaching aspect and maybe something that the coaches can consider too, because I'm not the one to make all the rules. Whoever's in charge, they have the right and the power and the authority to say and implement what they want with what they want to do with their team or their kids. So I'm just hoping that this applies more for the youth players and the younger guys, so they can kind of get an idea of what is expected, because you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to do it the wrong way. You want to build the good habits when you're younger, and you want to build off of them. So that's what I'm trying to make sure, and that's why I'm being very critical, is so you want to be able to do it right, and you want to be able to not waste time like this rep right here. So that's that. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.